Hello, my name is Ryan Harper, and today we're here on Reporter's Notebook with Adrianna Hargrove. And recently, she's been covering some really awesome stories, but one in particular features a story about mental health awareness. And Adrianna, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Now, recently you had a chance to do a story about a mother who lost her son, and now she wants to spread awareness for mental health. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Yeah. She created these locks. Well, first off, let me rewind there. She was walking. She said that her and her son Khalil, they used to take walks all the time in the park. And she was walking in the park one day and she was taking pictures and she thought to herself, she was like, well, I wish Khalil was here, to see all this, to see the beautiful like sunrise and the, nature as a whole. And so she thought of an idea of how she can bring him with her, in a spiritual sense with her on these nature walks. So she created these locks, and these locks, they have his name on it with a website that's named after him. It's called KhalilRossJefferson.org. Yes. And she has a list of all different types of mental health resources on that website for people. So it was a very touching story for sure.
Now, how did you come across this story? Was it something that's popped up, or is it something you've been following for a while?
It just popped up. I was covering another story I was covering a story of the Forget-Me-Not antique store in Williamston. It had caught on fire, and so I was interviewing the co-owner of that store, and the co-owner is actually friends with Sonona Jefferson, who is Khalil Jefferson's mother. And she was telling me, I have these locks in the store. They weren't, out of everything in the store, these locks weren't damaged, and this is something that Khalil's mother is doing. And then that's when the light bulb came off in my head, and I was like, okay, that can be a good story idea to follow up on, because Khalil's story was really, really huge in the area at the time when he went missing and whatnot.
When I looked into the story after you posted it, I looked at all the resources she had available on the website. It's really touching because when you see the story, for those who have not seen it yet, she clearly talks about the impact that's already been having. There's a young lady she mentioned that was traveling all across the world to Canada, and I want to say Paris, and she's taking these locks and she's posting them everywhere. So you got to think about the reach of that too. I mean, what was your first thought when you saw the website?
It was amazing, and it's so funny because I'm actually helping someone right now who, has a person that they know who's suffering from alcoholism. And so right when Khalil's mother Sonona had told me about that website, I sent a link to that person as well. And I said, hey, I'm covering a story on mental health. I told her about a little bit about Khalil's background story and what his mother was doing. And I said, go to this website because it has some resources that could probably help your loved one. So I'm really glad that I was able to really help people. I feel like I helped two different people at the same time. I feel like I really helped Khalil's mother, Sonona, really get the word out there about what she's doing and the positive things that she's trying to do to reach people and help people, deal with mental health. And then also I'm already helping somebody else on the side as well, help find the resources for them. So I'm really glad that I was able to really make an impact in two different people's lives.
Right. Because I think the thing that people forget, mental illness doesn't really affect any kind of group of people. It affects everybody. It doesn't care about what class you are or what kind of political beliefs that you have. It's about helping one another. So, I saw the story. I wanted to make sure I talked to you about it today because it's really touching. And the amount of detail that was in it as far as, the history, how it came up, was really awesome. So, thank you for putting that out there and letting people see.
Yeah, I'm glad I could. I'm glad I could do it. And like I said, I think that it's important that we do stories like this to understand that, you're not alone. And it's like what Khalil's mother said, you're not a burden, you're not alone. So I'm glad I could put that story out there.
Now, with all that being said, where can people find you if they want to send you story ideas?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Adrianna HTV. Or you could follow me on Twitter, which is Adrianna HTV as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, and I can't wait to have you back soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.